Hi everyone, this is Tessa Rogers with my Module 2 Practices Screencast. So going through the engineering process, first we asked the question, what is the best land cover for a healthy watershed? Moving on to imagining, using the simulator and doing some research, I came up with that grasslands, forests, and shrubs would be the best land cover when it came to the simulator with the highest amounts of infiltration and the least amounts of runoff. So then I looked at the erosion bottle experiment and I chose a few different land coverings to use as my materials for my trials. Then I planned it out based on the experiment. I gathered my materials, so I wanted to do 3 different trials with the 2-liter bottles, fishing line, plastic cups, scissors, tacks. I wanted to use Irish moss, sod, and rocks, and then obviously I needed soil and a watering can. So here was my creation. I have my 3 plastic bottles ready to go to test out my 3 different land covers. My first trial was with the rocks. I thought this would be more successful because the rocks would weigh the soil down and cause the water just to infiltrate into the soil. Wasn't necessarily the case. A lot of the soil washed away, as you can see right here, into the cup. So it was very unsuccessful. So my second trial used the moss. I thought that it would have a higher infiltration and less runoff than the rocks for sure. While it was more successful than the rocks, it still carried some soil away from it, and it took a while for the water to kind of soak up into the soil there. Last, I used a piece of sod, and right off the bat, I saw that it was successful. The water was very clear after pouring it in, and then the finished product of the water in the cup had little to no remnants of soil or runoff. The next generation science standard that I connected with this activity was the make observations and or measurements to provide evidence of the effects of weathering or the rate of erosion by water, ice, wind, or vegetation, keyword being vegetation. And the STEM practices that I connected it to for science, it was the asking questions. So what would be the best land cover to prevent soil runoff and maximize infiltration? For engineering, I thought about the planning and carrying out investigations being the design process of the 3 trials. For technology, it was to make informed decisions based on the use of the simulator and research. And for math, it was make sense of problems and persevere to solving them using your prior knowledge and research on that while testing out the materials. Thank you very much.